are good and fine. So class, in this topic we talking about the elements of yoga. Okay, and previous topic we talking about the meaning of yoga and elements of yogas. So and now we talking about the what the are elements in yoga. Okay, so let's start it. So there is a all elements of yoga and internal disciplines and external disciplines of. Okay, so first is yam, second is niyam, third is asan, fourth is pranayam, fifth is pratyahar, sixth is dharana, seven is dhyan, and eighth is samadhi. Okay, class. So these eight are elements or limbs of yoga. Okay, class. So there are two types of disciplines. First is internal disciplines, second is external disciplines. Okay, so in external disciplines there are some limbs or elements are first yam, second niyam, third asan, and fourth is pranayam. Okay, class. And second one is internal disciplines. So in internal disciplines there are pratyahar, dharan, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. Okay, class. So there is a black color as internal disciplines, and the red one is external disciplines. Okay, class. So let's move next page. Okay, so there is a type of first is we talking about the yams. Okay, there is a first number is yam. So we talking about the first yams. Okay, so class, there are five are in yams. There are five types of yams. Okay, so first is simas, non-violence for satya, truthfuls, and third is asteya, non-stealing. Fourth is brahmacharya, right use of energies, and last one is aparigraha, non-greed or non-hoarding. Okay, class. So basically, what they are doing, okay, yoga is a practice of transforming and benefiting every aspect of lives, not just the 60 minutes spent on a rubber mat. Okay, class. If we can learn to be kind, truthful, and use our energy in a worthwhile way, we will not only benefit ourselves with our practice but everything and everyone around us. Okay, class. So let's move next page. So in next page we're talking about what is the meaning of yam. Okay, basically the meaning of yam is restraint, moral disciplines, or moral vow. Okay, so there is a meaning of yam is restraints, moral disciplines, or moral vow. Okay, and the first limb yam refer to vow, disciplines, or practice that are primarily convert with the world around us, and our interaction with it will the practice of yoga can indeed increase physical strength and flexibility and aid in claiming the mind. What the point if we are still reading weak and stress out in day to day life. Okay, class. So this is the meaning of and what they do in your body and how the benefits. Okay, so this is the yam. Okay, so class, let's move next page. Next page we're talking about the number two limbs or elements of yoga. So the second limb niyam usually refers to duty direct toward ourselves, but can also be construed with our action toward the outside world. The prefix ni is Sanskrit verb which means inward or within. Okay, class. So in niyama there are some parts of the niyam. First is such is the cleanness. Second is santosh, contentment. Third is tapas, discipline or burning desire, or conversely burning of desire. Okay. Fourth is savadhya, self study or self reflection and study of spiritual texts. Okay. And last one in is pravadha. Is pravadha means surrender to higher power, means doing prayers, mandir jana or other things to this is called is pravadha. Okay class. So let's move next page. So there is a third number of limbs or elements of yoga. So and there is a third number is asana. Asana basically the meaning of postures. Okay, the physical aspect of yoga is the third step on the path to freedom. And we are being honest, the word asana here doesn't refer to the ability to perform as a handstand or aesthetically impressive backbend. Okay, it means set specifically the set you would take for the practice of meditation. The only elegant instruction Patanjali gives for this asana is Sitaram Sukham Asanam. Okay, the posture should be straight and comfortable. Okay, so basically the meaning of Sitaram Sukham Asana is the posture should be straight and comfortable. Okay class. So let's move next page. Okay, so next limb or elements are pranayam. So pranayam is a breathing technique. Okay, basically in pranayam we doing the some breathing exercise just like Kapalbhati, Avalom Vilom, like this. Okay, so in pranayam the word parna refers to energy or life source. It can be used to describe the very essence that keeps us alive, as well as the energy in the universe around us. Pran means your pran. Okay. Also often describe the breath, and by working with the way we breathe, we affect the mind in a very real way. Okay class. So pranayam can be understood as either pranayama, okay, which will means breath control or breath restraint, or it could be understood as pranayama, which will translate as freedom of breath, breath expression of breath liberation. Class, so this is the all about the pranayam. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so the physical act of working with different breathing technique alertness the mind in a myriad of way. We can choose claiming practice like Chandra Andan, moon precision breath, or more simulating techniques such as Kapalbhati, means singing skulls, cleaning breath. Okay class. So let's move next page. So next page we talking about the Pratyahar. Okay, number 5 elements or limb is Pratyahar. So basically Pratyahar means is sense withdrawal. Okay, Pratyahar means is to withdraw, draw in, or draw back. Okay, what is the meaning? Withdraw, draw in, or draw back. And the second part ahar refers to anything we take in by ourselves, such as the various sight. Sound and smell our sense take in continuously when sitting for a formal meditation practice. This is likely to be the first thing we do when we think we are meditating. Okay? We focus on drawing in. The practice of drawing inward may include focusing on the way we are breathing, so the limb would be related direct to the practice of pranayama too. Okay, class? So this is the pratyahar. Okay. So next we're talking about the dharana, focus and conscious focus, focused and consistence. Okay. So in dharana means focus, consistence means dha means holding or maintaining. Okay, what is the dha means? Holding or maintaining, and ana means other. Okay, so first is dha means holding or maintaining, and ana means other or something else. Closely linked to previous two limbs, dharana and pratyahar are essential parts of the same aspect. In other, in order to focus on something, the sense must withdraw so that all attention is put on the point of concentration, and in order to draw our sense in. Okay, we must focus and concentrate intently. Okay, tarak, visualization and focusing on the breath are all practice of dharana, and it is this stage many us get to when we think we are meditating. Okay, class? So there is about all about the dharana. Okay, so let's move next page. So next page we're talking about the dhyan. Okay, so basically dhyan means meditative absorption. Okay, the seventh limb is meditative absorption. When we become completely absorbed in the focus of our meditation, and this is when we are really meditating all the things we may learn in a class. Okay, online or from a teacher are merely technique offered to each person in order to help them settle, focus and concentrate. The actual practice here of meditation is definitely not something we can actively do, whether it describes the spontaneous action of something that happens as a result of everything else. Instantly, if you are really meditating, you won't have the thought of I am meditating. Okay, sound familiar? Okay, so basically, dhyan means you doing meditations. Okay, or relaxing your minds and inner body. So this is called a dhyan. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so class, in next page we're talking about last elements or limb is samadhi, bliss or alignment. Okay, what is the samadhi mean? Bliss or alignments. Okay, many of us know the word samadhi as meaning bliss or alignments, and this is the final step of journey of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. After we reorganize our relation with the outside world and our own inner world, we come the final of bliss, the ability to see equally and without disturbance for the mind, without our experience being coordinated by like, dislike, or habits. without a need to judge or become attached to any particular aspect. This is the bliss. Okay, class. So this is all about the samadhi. Okay. So class, I hope you all understand about the uh, elements or limbs of yoga, and also know what the internal disciplines or what the external disciplines. Okay, class. So class, stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you.